Hello, my name is Casey Shreve, and I am a game design student at Johnson County Community College. Today I would like to talk to you about a prototype that I made for a student group that pretty much over the summer held several game jams. We were given 1 week to create a game with a specified theme. The one that I participated in, the theme was Alchemy. Alchemy to me means the mixing of substances to gain a brand new substance. The best representation of this is color, specifically in either the mixing of light, paint, inks, or dyes. With this idea in mind, I created my very first-person shooter, one that actually shoots. Actually, thinking upon it now, slight deviation, I did get a slight how-to-play screen. I didn't have time to make the assets needed to teach the player to play within the level itself. So my quick fire how-to-play, move with the WASD, shoot with the right mouse button, step near colored pillars to gain colors. Use those colors to destroy the barriers. My little hand-drawn pillars. You know. Okay, now we go. So this game, you are given a gun with a color. And you shoot, and you shoot. The balls bounce around and collide with objects. You'll notice here that we will have a blue barrier. You shoot with the white sphere, and the nothing happens. Here is a blue pillar. We now have a gun that fills with blue, and we shoot blue objects. The barrier is now down, and we can continue. Something that went right in this game was the gun itself. I was very happy that Unity 5 now has clear materials, so you can make things like glass. You can also make things like a material inside of another material and be able to see it, thus is the glass beaker. The shapes of the gun is very unique, and I quite like it. The shape of the shells is a good shape, nice, thick, and chunky. A thing that went wrong, the shells themselves will not fly in the correct direction. As you can see, it's very dependent on the rotation of the player. The physics layer for the shells themselves wasn't working either. So instead of having what I wanted, which would be the shells to collect on the ground and stay for a time before disappearing or destroying, I now just have them sink through the level and then destroy once they are outside the level. So moving on, here I show an area of backtrack. You see we have this darkened item here. Darkened barrier. Can't get through with blue. But here is a blue door that we can get through with the blue gun. So we get through it with the blue gun. We have another barrier here. It is also dark, but not as quite. Strange. So we will grab the black gun. It's lighter than that. So what could that mean? Back to the darker barrier. Black works on the black barrier. And now we were given white. Here is where I show the player that you can mix colors. You can see that we have gray. The gray gun gets through the gray barrier. Another issue that I had with this game is the physics layers. You can see that the balls will knock you around, even though that the balls are on a different physics layer, and are told not to interact with the player through the physics matrix. something with the early adaptations with Unity 5. So here we have a blue gun, or pardon me, a red gun to get through this red barrier. Now, we have a red barrier and a green barrier. The only thing we can do is get through the red barrier. I do apologize, I am partially colorblind, so I think I'm getting the colors wrong. So here we have yellow, and we can get through this yellow barrier. But now we have purple. So we need a red and blue. Here's a green that we can't quite get through. So this pillar was yellow. This pillar is red. The barrier over here, I apologize, is orange. So we mix the colors here, get us our yellow and plus red for orange, knock out this barrier, and a blue pillar is here. Remember that the one we need to get through is purple. So we'll grab this blue, grab this red, and we have purple. Something that I did right, I really like the feel of the gun when you shoot. The bouncing balls is just wonderful. The color change is perfect and everything else like that. And that is my prototype for Alchemy. Something that I'll do differently. Now that Unity 5 has gone through a few generations, the physics matrix works pretty well in games I've done after this one. So going back through and fixing the layers, the physics matrix would be very beneficial. More levels, more unique color combinations, maybe even different guns with different effects. There's a lot of things that this game can do if given more time, more development. Things that I did wrong: silent, there's no sound, there's no UI, no channels of information. The only channels of information you are given is the gun itself, which shows the color through the band on the gun, the bullet in the front of the gun, which would be replaced with a particle effect with more development time, and the flask. Adding a refraction shader to the flask would be very beneficial. It would give it more of a clear cut animation to actually look like glass. This is the submission that I gave for the student group at Johnson County Community College called GDU. I call it Alchemy. Once again, my name is KZ Shreve. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to see more of my prototypes, you can go to the itch.io repository link in the description of this video. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever you'd like. Once again, thank you for watching, and have a good